Hey, what's up guys? Beef here with Tactical Baby Gear, and this is the S1 Tactical Stroller. And as you might expect me to say, there's things that this stroller does so much better than most other strollers, but there's actually a few things that it doesn't do as well, which is what makes it so interesting. Now, I'm gonna make an analogy here real quick for a second, so bear with me. If you think about this like a car, it makes total sense. And technically, this is like a little car for your kids, right? So you've got small compact cars, think Corolla, Honda Civic, smart car, teeny tiny little cars. And then you have the large cars, the big trucks and SUVs, like your F-150s, your Expeditions, your Suburbans. Each one of those kinds of cars is really good at what they're designed to do, but they make a compromise. So the little cars are really good for driving on the road, commuting, getting into small spaces, cities, parking lots, and are generally lower cost. And then the large cars, the trucks and SUVs, have tons of space. They're great for hauling people and stuff around. They're really good on and off-road, but they also cost a bit more. And then there's a sweet spot right in between. You've got like the mid-size SUV. Think of the Forerunners of the world. They're small enough to fit into tight spaces, but they're also big enough to haul stuff and people around. They're good on-road and off-road, and they offer a great value for the money. And that is exactly what the S1 stroller is. It's not the teeny tiny ultra compact little strollers, but it's also not the really big heavy two-seat strollers. It fits perfectly in between with practical versatility that gives it the best bang for your buck. So keep that analogy in mind as I talk you through the stroller, and we'll circle back to it in just a minute. I also want you guys to know how much thought and effort we put into small details of the stroller to make sure that things just work and are intuitive as possible. You know, we are parents as well. We've got a bunch of kids and we've tried all kinds of strollers, tested them, and we just wanted to fix a lot of the problems with other strollers that we experienced to make it just really simple for you guys. So let me get this lap bar out of the way here, and we'll start with the seat and the seat belts. The buckle itself is magnetic. The two pieces here that go over the lap have a magnet in it that holds it together, kind of like a puzzle piece there. And then the front buckle also has a magnet, and it's going to buckle itself in just like that. The shoulder pad is stuck to it with magnets, which is really, really cool because it's really simple to take off to make any of these adjustments from time to time, but it's also strong enough to where it's not just going to fall off or flip off or anything like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Down on the footrest here, we've got a really nice textured material, so they're not going to ruin any fabric. Their shoes can get dirty, muddy, snow, rain, whatever. And they've got some grip down here. There's a little foot pad here, so as your kids get older and they can climb in and out of the stroller on their own, they have a nice step with good grip here to climb up as well. And then this calf rest also locks up in this more upright position when they're a little bit smaller, which I find to be really practical, is like a little shelf. You tend to like store stuff up here, blankets, maybe pacifiers or a bottle or whatever it is, but you just have a little extra shelf there, which is always really nice to have. And then the canopy itself has so many really cool features. Obviously it goes from this retracted position to this pulled down position. If you need a couple extra inches, fellas, it's got a visor here in the front. It's multicam black. It just folds up out of the way. It's like a hard card, and then it flips back down just like that. And then you have another expansion joint right here. Gives you another 9 inches of coverage, which is absolutely incredible. You get some mesh here on the sides that provides good airflow and ventilation through here as well. And then there's like this peekaboo window at the top, which is really awesome too. But who wants to sleep sitting up, right? So we've got a couple different positions. You've got that upright position. This is laid back a little bit more. And then you've got like full laid out, full on sleep mode. Like I think I want to crawl in here and take a nap, which is amazing. It basically turns this thing almost into a bassinet. And by the way, if you do want like a proper bassinet, we do sell one. It is sold separately, but it is available. Another thing you should know about this canopy is that it is made with water resistant materials, and it's going to keep them nice and dry in the rain. All right, let's talk about the back side of this bad mamma jamma, because this is definitely one of those things that other strollers don't do. So we added the back of our everyday bag to the back of the seat of the stroller. So we've got a built-in wipes pouch here, because wipes is one of those things that you always need and you sometimes don't have them. So now when you need wipes, you'll always have them. There's magnets in the corner of this that'll keep this closed. And then just below that, you've got the insulated cooler pouch. It's got a few pockets down here so you can keep baby bottles in there, adult bottles in there, whatever. You can put a ice pack in here to keep that stuff cold. And then you've got a little pocket here for any other like random personal items, whatever you want to throw in there. And then you've got some big patch panels on here to keep some of your favorite patches on there. And this is just another one of those things that makes this like super practical and versatile. Along the lines of practical versatility, this bad boy comes not just one cup holder, but two. It comes with the cup holders, not sold separately, not an accessory, whatever, cup holders. We put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into this cup holder, so I hope you appreciate it. Typical stuff like water bottle, no problem. Obviously, it's got these little fingers in here that are gonna kind of grab it at the bottom, keep it nice and centered, and it's not gonna fall out of there. A typical sort of can, obviously. And then you start going up in size. You've got your coffee mug, or your coffee cup, excuse me, which is like another really typical item. And then you go up in size where a lot of strollers can't accommodate things like this, even if they do come with a cup holder, which most of them don't. A like stainless steel tumbler, Yeti style thing with a handle, yeah, it does that, no problem. Accommodates handles, things of that nature. Stanley, yep, does that too. Another awesome thing that we made sure it was going to accommodate was your phone, because generally speaking, there is nowhere for you to put your phone in most strollers, and you're always trying to figure out what to do with it. So anyways, it fits all that stuff. It clips on and off really easily, and it's stationary. It doesn't sway and wibble and wobble and those sorts of things. So if you do have something really big like this in here and it's full, it gets top heavy, and it's not gonna make that thing flip over upside down and fall out. So it's nice and secure in there. It'll even fold with the cup holders attached, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, while I'm down here on my knees, let's talk about the basket. What I love about this basket is, this is the Forerunner, right? It's big enough to carry all your stuff, but it's not so big that you have tons and tons of things. So the basket is a little bit shallower, which I love because it gives you this really big opening. It makes it really easy to slide things in and out of here, and it's unobstructed, right? So one of the features of the bigger strollers is that you oftentimes have a bar running through here, which gives you a lot of extra ground clearance, which is great, but the compromise is you have this big obstructed basket, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So super open, easy to get things in and out, and it is big enough. There's a mesh pocket in here, which is nice to have because you can compartmentalize some things, organize some things that you want to maybe grab easily and quickly right here. And then there's also this reflective strip on the side as well, which is really nice if you're out at nighttime in those winter months where it gets dark really earlier and you're out walking. Cars will see you from this reflective strip on the side of the basket. All right, let's talk wheels and tires for just a second. We've got these really awesome all-terrain tires on here. They're soft to the touch. They're gonna absorb little bumps and things like that in the road, on-road, but then off-road, you're gonna have lots of traction. It is a tubeless, airless tire, so you don't have to worry about getting a flat tire like you might on a jogger or something like that. But more importantly is the size, bringing it back to that analogy, right? The ultra compact, teeny tiny little strollers have little tiny wheels, which makes it very difficult to go over bumps, cracks in the sidewalk. If you're in the city, whatever, acorns, they wanna stop. And then the big strollers have much larger wheels, which has its perks as well, but it compromises being a really small compact fold. So we went in between, medium size wheel and tire here that gives you both on-road and off-road capability. They roll on ball bearings, so they roll really nice. It steers incredibly smooth, really easy to steer. And then the front wheels also have a locking feature. So if you just flip this tab up, it goes from this locked position to the unlocked position, and then you can go back to locked if you want to put this thing into like a jogger mode. So keeping that analogy in mind, let's talk about the fold. Actually, one more quick thing. The handle is adjustable with one hand, I should say, because a lot of times you have to two-hand this, but one hand you can go from a raised position to the mid position to the lower position, and we've included little markings, little indicators on here so you know exactly where those click in, and you're not playing the guessing game of when is it gonna click. You'll know. You can see exactly how and when and where it's gonna click. It's really awesome. So to fold the stroller, this is where this really shines. I've traveled all over the country testing the stroller in and out of airports. I'm telling you, this is the best stroller I've ever used because it is that mid-size stroller. And it's great for travel, TSA approved, it goes right through the x-ray machines and that sort of thing. You don't have to sit there and wait for someone to wand it and do all the TSA stuff while you sit there and wait with a crying baby. Fold it up straight through the x-ray machine, and then it unfolds into essentially a full-size stroller. So to fold it up, you just fold the seat in half, which can be folded in either direction, by the way, and you don't have to remove it from the stroller or anything weird like that. The handle is gonna flip over the top, and then it's gonna collapse just like this. And then you've got this really awesome, small, compact fold. It only weighs 20 pounds, which is like 10 pounds lighter than other sort of similar sized stroller. Again, it's got cup holders attached to it still. It stands on its own. And what I love about this is that it can fit in any size car. So whether you're in your SUV and it's packed with suitcases and luggage and you're trying to figure out where the stroller is gonna go after that, it fits right in there. It's just barely bigger than a backpack. And then it can also fit into the trunk of a small car. It's great for cabs and Ubers and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about space and where it's gonna go. It's gonna fit, so no worries there. Again, as you talk about practical versatility, there is nothing better than what we've created here, and I truly believe that. So to open it up, you just release this with your thumb here. You open it up like this, and you fold the seat up, and you're back in business in like, what, 2 or 3 seconds? Another point about it being compact is that it is like 4 inches narrower than some of those other bigger strollers. So when you talk about being a compact car and being able to navigate through cities and urban environments that have maybe narrow doorways or small aisles and you need a small tight turning radius, like it just doesn't get any more practical than this. Now we also have a handful of accessories available for this as well. We do have the bassinet, as I mentioned before. We've got car seat adapters for it. We have a stroller caddy, which by the way, you can fold this stroller up with the caddy attached, which is something I didn't mention before, but is an incredible feature. You don't have to remove that. There is a snack tray available for the seat. There is a comfort insert for the seat, and we also have the travel bag for it. So if you guys have any questions at all, shoot us an email to support@tacticalbabygear.com. Sick. That is literally the coolest stroller I've ever seen.